Hi guys, it's Charlie Tango 1994 back with another YouTube video. First off, apologies for the background noise. Mrs 1994 is doing a bit of washing in the background, so got the washing machine running. Hopefully you can hear me alright. Got a bit of a frog in my throat as well, so bear with us while we shoot this video. A new model to me, the Sapphire X4000. Not come across this rig before, and it popped up for not a great deal of money last week, so I snapped it up. Main reason for that is that it is a fairly broadly featured CB. You've got 5 switches on the top there, and the 4 dials plus the channel selector. So for what I was getting it for, I thought it was a fairly reasonable price, and I have to say I'm quite pleased with it. It was in a bit of a sorry state when it turned up. Obviously hasn't been used for probably a considerable amount of years. A lot of the dials and the switches were very stiff, and it was caked in dust and crap and various dirt, so I've just given it a good clean with warm water and a rag, basically, which is something I do when I do first buy a rig that's in a bit of a state. It's come up all right. It's not come up superbly, but still, it's a nice little rig. Just done some basic tests on it, and it is sending and receiving. Just looking at the needle now, but I've got the squelch right the way up. It's dancing around a little bit, so not sure if that means there's a problem with the needle, or there might be some signal coming in. We'll take a look at that in a second. But I've not had time to do much research on this. I can tell you that it's 2781, so it is quite an early rig. It is all original. I've got the Sapphire mic with it as well. Again, sadly a bit manky, and this is after a clean, so you can imagine what it looked like beforehand. But it's all working. I am getting a transmit, and I've tested it with another rig, and there is audio getting out. So you know, it is all working. As I say, a couple of the switches are a little bit stiff. Again, with these rigs that are, you know, 30 years old or whatever, you can forgive a certain amount of wear and tear, I think. So yeah, quite happy with it. Won't ask a lot of money for it. I'd like to be honest, because it is one of those rigs with the additional features, but because it is a bit manky, and not quite 100% sure that it would be, you know, considered 100% operational. I mean, it functions, but you do have to work quite hard with the switches, and the dials are, as I say, a bit stiff. There's probably more that I can do. I might put a bit of contact cleaner on it, stuff like that, see if I can't get it to smoothen up a little bit. That mic could do with a bit more work, just looking at it again. You can see, man, I mean, I don't know what people do to their rigs to make them just quite so filthy, but there we go. So yeah, just to talk you through the rig very quickly, you can probably see already many of the features. Let me just try and get that back in focus. There we go. Switches across the top. You got your tone control, high, mid and low, CBPA as is standard, a dim switch. So again, a great many of the rigs that we've looked at before, that's it set in dim, and then it comes on double bright when the dim is set to off. As we've seen with a lot of these rigs with a dim control, useful for nighttime driving, and I guess, I always say this, but if you're out portable, it might save a little bit of battery. But this guy's fairly sizable, I have to say. It's quite deep, and deep in the other kind of parameter, if you like. It goes quite a long way back. So this is, I wouldn't say a home base. I would definitely say that this would go in a car, but it's a fair old lump compared to some of the rigs we've looked at, and that's probably to do with the extra controls that it's got. So just to talk about the dials, then we've got the mic gain and the RF gain, the volume, which is also your off switch, and then your squelch. But I suppose there are extra bits that go on the board, so you know, you need a bigger board, therefore you need a bigger radio. But you know, I can't say I'm massively impressed with it, but I'm not unimpressed with it. I mean, if I was picking this up for what I paid for it, which was about 25 quid, and wanted to use it on a daily basis, I'd be quite happy. Mostly because of the RF gain. Anything that's got an RF gain on it will normally give you a much better receive. The mic gain, I guess, I mean, I don't really touch it on mine, but it can help kind of punch out a bit more when you're on the transmit. And all the lights seem to work. Power's on okay, certainly sends and receives all right. So you know, I'm going to sell it, basically get it out, see what I can get it for, and use that money to buy another rig. So got the eBay shop up and running, has been now for several months. The other thing to mention, if anybody's interested, is that I've created a Facebook page. I might put a link to it on this video and probably other videos that I do. If you do want to make contact or check out on Facebook any of the other posts that I've been putting up for the last week or so, do feel free. If you do a search for 26 Charlie Tango 1994, you'll find me. And I have, as I say, I've been posting stuff for the last couple of weeks, mainly these YouTube videos. I am quite interested in getting a few more subscribers on this channel, so seeing what I can do through Facebook as well, just drawing more people's attention. And they do have a sort of items for sale section, so I might start utilising that a little bit. Again, it's going to be exactly the same stuff that I list on eBay, just a link from Facebook to the eBay auctions. So if you are looking to buy a rig and you see something on this channel that you'd be interested in, as I say, do a search on Facebook for 26 Charlie Tango 1994, and hopefully you'll be able to find me, link onto the eBay page that you're interested in, and drop me a bid and see how you go. Alright guys, catch you in the next video. Cheers then.